There we go. This was uploaded 2 hours ago.
White House correspondent Garrett Haake has the latest on the divisions within MAGA world over the Jeffrey Epstein files.
President Trump lashing out at his own supporters
I bet.
amid the ongoing Republican outcry over his administration's decision not to release Justice Department files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I lost a lot of faith in certain people, yeah, I lost, because they got duped by the Democrats.
Oh, I wonder why. We're losing faith in you, so I mean, it's only fair, right? It's only fair. I mean, what's a little faith here and there, right?
The president dismissing the interest by some in the MAGA world in Epstein as a Democratic distraction and chastising those supporters as, quote, weaklings.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net, and so they try and do the Democrats' work. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously has...
Let me explain this to you in the way of the Trump. You're dumb. I'm not on the file. You're dumb. Okay? You're dumb. Stop trying to release the file. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. I might be on the file, but I'm not. You're dumb. Stop this thing that you're doing because it's dumb and you're stupid. And I might actually be on the file doing something bad, but maybe not, because it's a hoax. So you're dumb. And, you know, if you think and feel this way, you're dumb.
Very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including in the Middle East.
But the demands for public disclosure of Epstein-related evidence originated with some of the president's most outspoken supporters, some now serving in his administration, like FBI Director Kash Patel 2 years ago.
Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophile...
Bro, they must know that this was going to get brought up if they didn't actually release these files. Like, they must know that this was going to be released.
...are.
This from the president's son.
How is it that my father can be convicted of 34 crimes, but no one on Epstein's list has even been brought to light?
And this was the president during the campaign.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there.
You mean your life and the other people that you're trying to protect that did the bad things that they did? Fishy. Real fishy.
A lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
But last week, the Justice Department and FBI released a memo saying they had found no incriminating client list of Epstein's and no credible evidence Epstein blackmailed prominent...
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't already remove those files and like burn them or bury them or delete them or whatever. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did delete those files, because what better way to remove something whenever you hold everyone, like you hold everything right now is Republican, the Senate, the Justice, everything, including the presidency. What better way to become the president and own the House and bury something you don't want to see than doing that, then burying it and removing it or deleting it or whatever, and then saying it never existed. Like, it probably, if these files existed, they probably don't anymore because they're all gone. It's great, right? What a freaking rise to power.
Individuals, and that they would make no further disclosure. Multiple federal law enforcement officials tell NBC News that memo accurately describes the findings of law enforcement in the Epstein investigation. The president saying it's up to Attorney General Pam Bondi whether to release the material.
If she finds any more credible information, she'll give that too. What more can she do than that? I mean, honestly, what more can she do? And we do have bigger problems.
We pressed him.
Your Attorney General isn't here, your FBI leadership. Do you still have confidence in that team, sir? Totally.
Now some top are downplaying any GOP divide.
I have confidence in the president's team.
But after an array of outspoken Trump allies demanded the files be made public, there are more calls.
Hey, you know why? You know why? Because they all were under the assumption that you would release these files. Because they were so sure that there was nothing incriminating for their president, or the president, whatever the fuck. I don't really care. I don't vote because this country is a shit fest anyway. But someone's lying, they don't look at. That's true. That's true. He doesn't look at you in the eyes whenever he says that. He does look away. But what better way to gain a massive amount of people than to release the Epstein files and then bury them and then wonder why these people are no longer supporting you? It's because they all supported you for this one thing, and it's the one thing you're not doing. Are you dumb?
Information to be released.
It's like a slap in the face to everyone who supported him. And then it's like, it's literally like him looking the U.S. people in the face and calling us dumb for thinking that it ever existed, bro. Like, you ran your whole party on that shit. What are you talking about?
The Epstein files need to be released.
I would say make it all public.
Amen.
Garrett Hake reporting there. Let's bring in NBC News and MSNBC political analyst, former U.S. Senator Claire McCaskill, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist and MSNBC political analyst Eugene Robinson, and NBC News senior executive editor for national security, David Rode. Good morning to you all. David, let's get into some of your reporting on all this. It also should be said that some of the subtext of the criticism from Donald Trump's own supporters, they haven't said it really out loud, but if you...
There aren't new allegations, at least regarding abusing young women against Donald Trump, that are somehow, being hidden here. There are plenty of allegations, and we ran a story, last year during the election.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure that now that he's put his foot in the well, like everybody else who's done the bad thing that they did, he's not willing to do it again.
Woman saying there is no client list, there is, dirt on President Trump.
Made the note that one of the things that really angered Trump is he feels like whether it was the lawmakers who rode his coattails to office or these podcaster types who have made a lot of money off of Trump's name. We know how angry Trump gets when he feels like people are profiting off of him. Those are the same people, in his estimation, who are betraying him now, who are not listening to his edict. Hey, stop talking about Jeffrey
They're
Epstein.
not listening to you because they ran their entire audience off of releasing those files. People are upset, and if they decide to try and turn tail or alienate their audience, guess what? They no longer have an income. So I could see why that's a fucking problem for them. Not so much for you, Mr. President, since you're going to be making like $200,000 for the rest of your life since you've been a president, but for the majority of people, it's unacceptable.
Let's talk about the...
All right, let's move on.